स्थावरञ्जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमस्ते। सत्त्वसन्धिः अधुना विश्लिष्यते। सत्त्वसन्धिः. Now this सत्त्वसन्धि is a special sandhi which is generally not put under the common other 10 sandhis, but it is not as special as any internal sandhi. But let's just go through that anyway. The sattva sandhi is very simple. The purva here always remains the nakara, na. Always is the vyanjana na, always. Okay? And depending on what the para is, the na changes to respectively the sa, sha or the sha. This seems similar to the visarga sakara desha sandhi, which is why we also call this the sattva sandhi. This is the equivalent of the visarga sakara desha amongst the vyanjana sandhis. Here what happens? The purva is always na, and the para, if it is sa, ta, tha, change, because if you remember the sattva sandhi, I mean the sakara desha sandhi, we had sutatha, shuchicha and shtitha, right? If you haven't watched that, please do so. The visarga sakara desha, we have sutatha, shuchicha and shtitha. These letters are there. If the na is followed by ta, tha, okay? If it is followed by either of ta or tha, the na changes to the avargiya vyanjana which is close to ta and tha. Alright. The na changes to the avargiya vyanjana which is close to the whatever the para is. So you know that the the distant cousin of ta and tha is sa. Why is it its cousin? Because in the varna video, yes, in the utpatti sthana video, yes, in that we can recollect that. What is that? Lutulasanam dantaha. Yes, exactly. L, the swara L, tu, which is ta, tha, da, dha, na, and sa, la and sa, all of these originate in the teeth, dental varnas. These are the dental consonants. They have got a dental degree. So they are related to each other, although they are quite distant, because ta and tha comes under the vargiya vyanjana, but sa is an avargiya vyanjana. Apart from that difference, they come from the same dental college. So they are related, they are friends. So what happens when you have na following ta or tha? When na is followed by ta or tha, then the na changes to the closest avargiya vyanjana friend. So it becomes sa in this case. But also because na is a anunasika, is it not? Na is an anunasika, which means it comes in the fifth column, which means it has that nasalization inbuilt in it. It has the nasalization inbuilt in it. Therefore, and which other ayogavaha has a nasalized sound? Right, it is the anusvaara. Anunasika is related to the anusvaara. Again, in the utpatti sthana, you remember the last sutra, anusvarasya nasika. Therefore, not only does it change to sa, but also it becomes the anusvara followed by the sa. So it changes to two things. It changes to the anusvara plus the avargiya vyanjana closest. Similarly with cha or cha, who is its neighbor? Closest neighbor is sha in the avargiya family. So na changes to sha, but also because of its nature of being a nasalized sound, it also changes to the anusvara. And then the na again when it follows, which is followed by ta or tha. What is the closest family? The closest relative is sha. So na changes to sha, and also it gets a nasalized anuswara. Okay. Now, when you have the sum, and this is the second scenario. No, this is the general sattva sandhi scenario. The other one is where you have sum, specifically the entire purva pada is sum, and then you have any of the kridantas or a namapada which has been derived from the skru dhatu. The skru dhatu, whatever its declensions are, it could be derived into skara, skriti, skritam, skaraniya, all of that. It can be any of the derivatives of the skru dhatu. Then, no, this sum is not any other word. It is the familiar upasarga, the prefix, the avaya prefix called the upasarga, which one of them is the sum. Like when you say samyama or samvara, etc., that sum, that is the same sum. When that is the entire purva pada, then the parinama is that this sum changes to the just the anuswara with an extra sakara. Now this is like an agama. An extra sakara has come, or it can also be nasalized with the extra sakara, or also you can choose not to add the extra sa and just write with the anuswara or the chandra bindu. So you have 4 choices and all of them are valid. Each of them are valid. So sum changes to either sums, songs, sum or song. Okay? Let me repeat that. When sum is the upasarga, the entire purva pada, and the para is any namapada or kridanta which is derived from the skr dhatu, then you can change the sum to any of these 4. It can change to sums, songs, sum or song. Let me go through some of those examples. So when you have Shreyan and Tarati, now this is the first scenario. You have Na followed by Tarati, Ta. What happens? The closest cousin of Ta is what? In the Avargiya Vyanjana is Sa. Okay? And Na, because it is an Anunasika, it changes to an Anuswara. So it becomes Shreyams Tarati, Shreyams Tarati, Shreyams Tarati. Okay? Then you have Shushruvan Thankaram. Shushruvan Thankaram. Again you have Tha, which is we have from the Tha, right? ShTutva, you have that. So what happens? You have to change what the closest relative is Sha. So you have to put the Anuswara. It becomes Shushruvam Thankaram. Shushruvam Thankaram. Okay? Then Krimivan Chetate. Now you have Cha. Its closest relative is Sha. So Na changes to Amsha. Krimivamsh. Krimivamsh Chetate. Krimivamsh Chetate. Krimivamsh Chetate. And one more thing is here, when you have this Anunasika Vyanjana, which is the Na here in this case, you can use the Chandra Bindu for extra nasalization. Now this Anuswara is already a nasalized sound, right? Anuswarasya Nasika. Is it not? So you can always add the extra Sa here. This extra Sa here, right? This Anuswara can change to the extra Chandra Bindu also. Similarly with sh also, you can get the extra chandra bindu like this. Even with the sh case also. There you can put the extra chandra bindu here along with the anusvaara. It becomes krimivam. But the pronunciation seems similar, but there is just the extra nasalization. If you have a good cold or if you have a lot of throat problems, and you can use the extra nasalization as pranayama. Krimivansh chetate, krimivansh chetate, shushruvansh thankaram, shushruvansh thankaram, shreyans tarati, shreyans tarati. And then you have the samskara. Now you remember from the whatever the derivatives of skr dhatus are, skara, skriti, skrita, etc. Which if it is followed by the upasarga sam, it can change to four things. The sam can change to samskara, sanskara, samskara. Now this is with the double S. Here there is no extra S. See, observe here. There is already a one S in the skara. We are not putting any extra S here. There is no agama in these two cases. In these two cases, we are putting an extra S. It becomes sanskara. I mean, samskara. Sanskara. Right? No one pronounces it like that, but just for emphasis in the beginning stage, let me just put that extra emphasis. That's sanskara. Sanskara, samskara, samskara, samskara. Okay, you see that emphasis of the extra sa here? That also comes under the sattva sandhi. So please be careful here. Some people would like to put the chandra bindu with the extra chandra here, but that's just a choice. It is a vikalpa. People would generally go with just the anusvaara. But even if you have the extra chandra bindu, there is no problem. Dhanyavadaha. Next class will be the parasavarna sandhi. However, if you want to solve these exercises yourself, you can do so. I have given you some examples here. You can solve these examples by yourself. These are very, very simple. There is no need for any explanation also. धन्यवादः.